Hi everyone, happy Friday. This week we got to read Equality Audits, a practical leadership tool for developing equitable and excellent schools. So this week, just to point out a few things that I picked up on and to just kind of give my thoughts. It did discuss No Child Left Behind. One of the biggest things it talked about was equity audits, especially when it came to closing the achievement gaps. As we've been talking about for weeks now, it's comparing low-income non-white communities to middle-class white communities. Some of the equity that they discussed was teacher equity, programmatic equity, and achievement equity. Sorry, can't say the word for whatever reason. So when it came to the teacher equity, it was about equal distribution of high quality teachers. From working for 12 years, there's definitely a huge difference. I see it in my own school since we have two of them, where certain high quality teachers are in one building and then the lower quality teachers are at the other building. And we're in two separate parts of the city. So I see it in my school alone, let alone when I was working in the district. Programmatic equity talked about the distribution of students in special education, gifted, bilingual, and the discipline, especially comparing white students with non-white students. And then the achievement equality, and they talked about the standardized tests, high school graduation track, SAT, ACT, and the AP exams. The biggest thing they talked about was really to close a lot of these gaps. We really need to start looking in schools instead of blaming what's going on at home. I'm definitely guilty sometimes of saying that it can be difficult to say that we can't do much when there's not much being done at home, but there definitely is things that we can do in our schools. We just have to dig a little bit deeper, and sometimes it kind of hurts in a sense that we don't want to blame ourselves, but there are definitely things that we can do as schools and as a society to really fix what is going on in our schools today, especially in Philadelphia. Specifically speaking from the article, they gave 7 steps for us as schools to really try and fix some of these things, them being to create a committee of relevant stakeholders, present the data to the committee and have everyone graph the data. I think that's huge because I think we know what the data is going to say, and I think a lot of the times we'll be highly surprised. Discuss the meaning of data, possibly with possible use of experts led by a facilitator. I think it's a great idea to be led by a facilitator and an outside person rather than someone from our specific school, because I think then we're not giving ourselves the same. If it's someone from the outside, it's non-biased. If it's inside our school, it could be more biased. Discuss potential solutions. Don't just blame one thing and then try and fix another. We really need to come up with potential solutions to our problems and then implement those solutions and monitor and evaluate those solutions. And if we succeed, we should be celebrating those successes. And if we don't, then we go back and figure out what else we did wrong. I really enjoyed this article because sometimes I think one way, and I love how these articles really can change my viewpoints on some of these things. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody.